What's up, everybody? We're back again. It's episode 232 of the Dadbod Golf Pod. Bless you, Ben. It's Kyle and Ben, and we are ready to go. It's hump day, and
Oh,
we are going to help get you on the downslide to the weekend. We got some fun golf stuff to talk about, probably some more dumb rule arguments or something like that. We'll see how
yeah.
that goes. And, just overall have some fun. So tonight's
Rules are
episode
stupid.
tonight's episode and every episode is brought to you by Bet Online, the number one sports betting website in the country. Baseball every single night. I mean, literally, you can bet a baseball game every single night. When I say every single night, 7 nights a week, there's baseball. This weekend, this weekend, football, NFL, college,
Mm.
whatever your heart desires, you can bet on. There's going to be a line on it at Bet Online. You can live bet, you can future bet, you can't pass bet because that'd be cheating. And then there's an online casino. If you get tired of betting, you want to go blow some money on blackjack. Use coupon code BLEAV, BLEAV, get
Yes.
50% off. Welcome, not a 50% off, a 50% welcome bonus. It's not off,
Yes.
it's a bonus. You give them $100, they're going to give you 50 back on top of it to play with. Stack them, rack them, slap them. Let's go make some money. Bet Online is where the game starts. Ben, happy Wednesday.
Yes.
It's time to talk about the most intriguing golfer that's probably ever lived. And that's, you would think that would be Tiger Woods, but it's actually not Tiger Woods. It's
Nope.
Tiger. It's Tiger's son. It's Tiger. Let's just be honest. It's Tiger's son.
Yep.
The most intriguing golfer alive right now. The child prodigy that is being built up, that there's expectations that there's absolutely no way he'll live up to, but he made the expectations go even higher as he played this past weekend in a junior championship. Shot a smooth 68 in the final round with Dada on the bag.
Did you see that scorecard, by the way?
I did not. I haven't seen the scorecard.
Oh, there were a lot of circles on that scorecard. I mean, there were some squares too, but it could have been better than a 68. If he would have parred a few holes instead of putting up some bigger numbers, it would have been way better than 68. He had an eagle. He had an eagle.
The old could have been. The old could have.
Not only did he have an eagle, according to the guy that interviewed afterwards, because they didn't have any coverage of the event, which is shocking to me. How long before Golf Channel just picks this up and runs with it, and we're watching him like we used to have to watch LeBron play high school basketball? Surely they're going to start carrying these high school tournaments and stuff with Charlie in them.
They could sell it. They could sell the ads.
Oh,
there's no doubt.
They could sell. Yeah, easily. And so, but apparently the guy addressed it. It was almost an albatross. Like he almost hold it, lift out, and so he just had to tap in when he got up there. So it could have been even better than that, which also was shocking because Tiger's only had 2 albatrosses in his career.
Wow.
I don't know why I thought that'd be more. I just thought it'd be more.
I mean, if you get one at the age of 12, then you got a really good jump on that. So I got a question about this whole thing.
Okay.
So it says Tiger's on the bag. Okay. That's what that's literally what the thing says. Tiger Woods is caddying for his son. Pictures out of this tournament, Ben. Tiger is riding around in a golf cart.
He is. Now, I saw other pictures. You'd mentioned that to me. In his defense, there were other pictures of Charlie's bag sitting on the tee box with him. So I don't know if this was a
Tiger there,
caddy coach, like a coach caddy. He was standing off to the side. So I'm wondering if it was almost like a collegiate coach where he didn't carry the bag for Charlie, but he still was a caddy / coach. I don't know.
It's not a caddy. It's not a caddy, Ben.
If he's not picking up the bag, it's not a caddy. Is that what it is?
That's literally, if it's not on your back, you're not a caddy. Okay. This is spoken from a tour caddy. Okay. I know what that means.
There's no doubt. I know.
I saw a video. Speaking of, I saw a video the other day. It was, gosh, who was it? It was somebody, and it was a PGA player, and he got his wife to caddy for him for a tournament.
Oh, I'll watch this.
Did you see the video? I sent it to y'all, actually. I sent it to y'all, actually. And it's like a 15 slide Instagram post. And one of the things he says, he goes, "Hey, no cheering, especially on the putting green." no cheering for me, especially on the putting green. And then, you scroll and every caddy struggles with this, but you see her having to run back to get the putter head cover. I mean,
Yes.
if you listen to one episode of this podcast, you will know that as a tour caddy, I did experience this multiple occasions in one tournament. And, it's something all caddies have to battle through, whether it be a towel, a rangefinder, a head cover, whatever. You're going to drop something. You're going to drop something at this level. There's not a lot of people in the stands to say, hey, you drop something. You usually just find out when you actually need that item. So, no, I'm just saying, I'm not seeing pictures of him carrying the bag. The articles say he caddied. I have a problem with that.
He had a medical release.
Whatever.
He had a medical release. He didn't have to. He was wearing the sleeve, which, by the way, thank you for putting the sleeve over your leg, Tiger, because the last time we saw a picture of that without it, that was just literally like something out of a horror scene. This close to Halloween, let's not subject people to that.
God.
Let's just go ahead and wear the sleeve, bub.
Dear God, I mean, it had to be completely rebuilt, Ben.
I'm not taking anything away from that. I'm just saying, like, be self-aware. You see what I'm saying?
Probably got more butt skin on his leg than he does on his butt. I mean, seriously, it's that bad. That's why he wears a sleeve. But
you want to kiss my ass?
Yeah. Kiss my calf. No, but so he shoots 68 in the final round, ends up coming in fourth, which I think is awesome. He did an interview. He's starting to kind of look a little svelte. He's starting to kind of fill out a little bit. So
I wonder if he's got him on like a workout.
There's no doubt. I mean, you can tell by like his forearms and his calves that he is definitely in the gym right now.
Hey, listen,
doesn't look like the little kid.
What if he gets into this whole lifting and working out and feeling good about himself? And he says, the heck with this golf thing, man. I think I can. I think I can suit up, and if I'm going to run around a 4.3, 4.4, I can get back there in tailback position and give people hell. What do you think?
No way. He's going to play golf. He's going to play. The bigger question is how good can he actually be? I think that's not in golf. Like, he's definitely playing golf. How good can he actually be?
I think a lot of that has to do with a growth spurt at some point. Don't get me wrong. He's a little bit bigger. He's also got some more muscle. But when you see him standing next to the kids, because he's playing in was it 12 and 13 or 13 and 14?
12 and 13.
Division. Yeah, 12 and 13. He's playing with people that are age, but they were still like a head and a half, 2 heads taller than him. Like when they showed him on the course. So I do wonder if he's going to hit. That's that awkward age. Like when did you like have a growth spurt? Like were you ever like all the girls in your class were taller than you, and then all of a sudden
I was an extremely late bloomer. I grew to my size now when I was like 15 years old. I didn't have a hair on me until I was like the summer going into my like sophomore year or something. It was crazy. And then I grew to literally the size that I am today when I was 15. And I've never grown since.
Wow,
it was crazy. It was like overnight.
I was a late bloomer. It was my sophomore year in college. I gained I grew an inch and put on 25 pounds and it was not fat. It was not your freshman 15.
You're a brick house.
I was kind of like, where the hell was this like 3 years ago? I want to get all scholarships and stuff. This would have been important to do. So yeah, I kind of wonder when it's going to hit him, or if it does. I mean, he may get Elan's side of the family and be short, skinny. I don't know. Okay, Tiger's like 6'1", I think. So
let's make a bold prediction that we'll never be able to come back and justify. But what does Charlie Woods, does he ever win on the PGA Tour? Yes or no?
I say no.
No, it's so hard to win. No. I don't.
Number one, it's hard to win. Number two, he's playing in these tournaments with guys his age, and he's finishing fourth. Like there are 3 other tied for fourth. There are other dudes that were better than him in this tournament.
Yeah, but
he hasn't won one of these yet. Like all the ones that keep showing him, they're like, yeah, he did great. He tied for 8th. I'm like, that's not great. Not with 12 and 13-year-olds.
How many are in the tournament though?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know.
If he's in South Florida, like it's a bunch of rich kids that all they do is play golf. Like there's probably some really good golfers from down there.
That's all the hell he does, Kyle. He's the richest kid probably down there.
But I'm saying like it doesn't mean he's gonna be better than the other rich kids. So I'm just saying there's a bunch of kids that's all they do is play golf where he's from. So I'm going to say yes. There's no way I can prove it. I think Tiger will will him to victory at least one time. At least one time. And it'll be a movie. There'll be a movie about it.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a movie. I mean, and it'll be one of those things too, where Tiger hugs him on the 18th green like his dad did him at Augusta National.
That will be the end. That will be that's what they're waiting on for the 30 for 30 for Tiger.
Yes.
That if that were to happen, do you realize how epic of a documentary that will be?
Do you realize if I said he doesn't win a tournament, you said he does? Can you imagine if he wins like Augusta?
Holy cow. I mean, I got chills just thinking. I just got chills just thinking about it.
And I mean, you know that his dad's going to pass all that information, the ins and outs of the courses to him. And he seems like a smart kid. Like he takes all that stuff in. So, I mean, he's going to have,
he's
no
a robot.
pun intended, a leg up on the field compared to everybody.
Wow. All right. Right after that, I got to go straight into an ad read. We got to cut this off and go straight into an ad read. If you want to have a leg up on the competition, you need to have a Blue Tees.
I'll be here all night, ladies and gentlemen.
Take the rest of the night off. You need a Blue Tees rangefinder. There's no reason to pay $600 for a rangefinder anymore when you can get a Blue Tees with all the same features for like almost half the price, and then you get to take another 10% off by using coupon code DADBOD. You got to get one of these things. They're great. I mean, this is no joke. We both have one. We both play one. We've sold our other stuff. Like we don't have the other ones that we had before. They're great. Toggle on and off slope, buzz lock on the pin, magnet on the side, great carrying case, waterproof, love it. BlueTees.com is where rangefinders start.
Love it.
All right, moving on. We love to talk about stupid rules. And I don't know that this may not necessarily fall in the category, but it's just one of those things.
It comes close with the point that you made before. It comes real close to being a stupid rule.
Yeah. So Wesley Bryan, everybody knows Wesley Bryan. He's won on the tour. He's part of the Bryan brothers. They had awesome social media, trick shots, and all kind of stuff from South Carolina. Everybody loves them. Wesley's the the more successful golfer. He actually was really good. Won on tour. I think he won at least the RBC Heritage. I know he won that funky jacket. And then he just kind of, just like most guys, goes into a slump. He's had a hard time getting full status. He's got partial status. So he is at the Sanderson Farms. That's what's happening this weekend. The Sanderson's Farm Championship, the one in Mississippi. Monday qualifying. He's about halfway through his round or so, and no, he's not halfway because it's how many shots?
It's two strokes a hole, so he's through the second hole.
It was literally
before he hit his tee ball on the third hole.
On the third hole, so he's played 2 holes. He looks down in his bag and he goes, "Well, guys, you can go ahead and add 4 to my score." At the Monday qualifier, he looks down and he's got 2 7-irons. I assume that it was a par 3. And he pulls out the 7-iron. He looks at it. And he's like, "This is the wrong 7-iron." And it looks in the bag, and he's got 15 clubs.
Yep.
So he gets 4-stroke penalties. Obviously, didn't make the Monday qualifier. It's pretty funny because his caddy says, "Hold on." He goes through his bag, and he's like, "Yep, you definitely have too many." But the funny thing is, the caddy was actually Monday qualifying too.
Yes.
Earlier, played 10 holes and said, "I'm out," and then he ran back. I guess
on pace to shoot a 95. He's like, "I'm done."
Yeah, I guess Wesley was going to go without a caddy, but he withdrew, went and got on the bag with him, and 3 holes in, they found 15 clubs. So we're going to break this up into 2 parts. Number 1, whose fault is this?
Whose fault do you think it is?
This one's tough. I got to know more about when the caddy got on the bag, because if it was like Wesley's walking up to the first tee and the caddy says, hey, I'm done. I got the bag. It's on Wesley. If it's like, if he got done quick enough to watch Wesley warm up, that is 100% on the caddy. 100% on the caddy. Because if he's got 2 7-irons, I know this because I've done this. I've carried like, hey, I want to try my hybrid and my 5-wood. I'm going to see what happens today on the range. That's what happened. He's like, I got this strong 7-iron. I got this shaft or this different 7-iron with this other shaft in it. I'm going to try them out.
Yeah, clearly, according to the article, they were distinguishable. Like you could tell that it's not like he had 2 specs that were the exact same.
totally different. And he was like, man, I'm gonna try this one and see how it goes, and then I'm gonna try the other one. And I mean, I've done this on the range 1,000 times. Only I'm not gonna go play in a tournament or I'm not gonna play around where people care if I have 15 clubs in my bag. But anyway, if the guy's there and he says, hey, this is the one, boom, I'm gonna put it in. You take the other one out, and that's it. I mean, that's it. That's your responsibility. That's kind of your deal. When you get on the first tee as a caddy, you need to count the clubs. That's on you. I'm saying,
Did
if
you
you
do
got
that?
No, it's my first time, but no, I didn't. But it was my first time. But I mean, now I would. Now I think I would. Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's on the caddy if he had enough time to watch Wesley hit on the range. Not, I mean, I don't know, but I don't know the details of the story.
I'm going to go the Ian Woosnam route, and it is completely on the player. He knew he was hitting 2 7-irons on the range. He knew when he got ready to leave, if he didn't leave one at the range or stop by the truck and drop one off or go back to the locker room, like he just got done working out with 2 7-irons. He knows that there are 2 in the bag.
But if he did, so did his caddy. If he knew it,
What
so
if he
did his
didn't
caddy.
tell his caddy though? This guy came off the course. What if he never came in conversation? What if he never said, I'm working on both of these 7-irons today? Like
That's what I'm
he was
saying.
working with both 7-irons on the right. He knows there's 2 in there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if he got there and he watched him warm up, he also knew there was 2 7-irons. And that's his job. The bag is his job. That is his responsibility. So
I'm still going with player because I've seen when you see the live from the range, those guys are just basically feeding the pro balls and then wiping down clubs. That's all they're doing. Even if he was there from the beginning, I'm still saying,
let me ask you this.
The pro knows he's got 2. He knows he came to the course with 2 7-irons while that guy was on the course.
Okay, let me ask you this, Ben. Do you think pros have assigned spots in their bag for their clubs, like where they like their clubs to be?
I think some do and some don't. And the only reason I say it is because of some of the ones that I've seen, when they put the club back in the bag, they make sure it goes in a certain spot.
Okay.
And then I've seen some that get pissed and they just throw it in the bag just because they
okay. So, let's just say the caddy then. Does the caddy, if a caddy puts a club,
the caddy has assigned spots.
Okay.
Even caddies that we've had on courses have assigned spots because they want to rest their arm on the driver.
And then what happens when a player on the range gets done with a club? What does he do?
He puts it back in the bag.
Does the pro do it, or does he hand it to his caddy?
At a Monday qualifier, I'm kind of going with the pro.
You're trying. You know what he did. You know what he did. He hit the ball, and then he turned around. He gets done. He hands it to his caddy. The caddy cleans it off, and then the caddy puts it in the spot that he knows is supposed to go. So when he put that 7-iron in there, he knew there was 2 7-irons in there. So I'm saying caddy. Final answer. It's your fault. If that's the case, if he was there when he's on the range. If not, it's all
we can both disagree. I still think he's the one qualifying. Hey, do a little research. He's the one qualifying here. Like if your friggin' status of the PGA Tour is dependent on this, maybe you need to pay a little more attention to detail.
That's awesome. Yep, you're right. Whatever. We'll move on. Before we move on, we got to talk about Swannies.co.
Hold on. We had 2 facets before we go to Swannies.co.
Okay, yeah. The second facet, I've already forgot what it was.
Was it a dumb rule?
Oh yeah, dumb rule. Is 15 clubs a dumb rule?
I don't have an issue with it if you're not hitting that club.
Yes, I'm with you.
Like, it's not like you get an advantage for having 15 clubs or 17 clubs. If anything, it's a disadvantage if you're out there on Monday qualifier. Yeah, if you're on Monday qualifier and you're carrying your own damn clubs, then that's more stuff you got to keep up with. And if it's a quote unquote game of integrity and honesty, then you should trust the fact that, matter of fact, I got 2 60-degree wedges in here. I've got 2 7-irons in here, and I've got 2 drivers in here, but I'm only hitting these. I'm not hitting these other ones.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what does it matter?
Isn't that a part of integrity too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're not going to hit damn it, I accidentally put my hybrid and my 5-wood in here. I'm just not going to hit the 5-wood. I'm only going to hit the
right.
And you maybe you even declare it before. I don't know. It seems dumb. And if you're hitting 15 clubs, then you're clearly breaking the rules. But just having them on your person, Seems kind of dumb. I don't know.
That's why I don't like, and there have been other pros that have said this too, that they don't like that it's 2 strokes per hole, because he got penalized 4 strokes and he didn't pull that
probably
7
never even
iron
hit a
until the
7
third hole, when he grabbed it and he was like, oh crap. When he got ready to hit into that par 3 on the 3rd hole is when it hit him.
How is
I
it
got
2
7 irons in here.
How is it worth 2 strokes? 2, like where does that 2 come from?
I don't know.
Where does 2
Like,
strokes come from?
That's why I think it's a dumb rule. And trust me, like Kyle and I talk about this all the time. There's some dumb rules in golf. This is one of them. The guy's getting there are clubs in your bag. I'm sure even if you carried 12 clubs, there are clubs in your bag you don't hit. There have been times I don't hit my gap wedge the entire time I'm out there.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't do me any good to have 14 clubs. I could have had 12 because that's all I hit all day.
Could have had 10. Yeah. I didn't hit my 4-iron today.
Because I said something the other day. I was playing with a buddy of mine. I was like, I don't even know why I carry this hybrid anymore. I don't remember the last time I've hit it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in there for show. I have not hit it. And so
I got 2 putters in my bag just because I'm late. I'm too late. I brought 1 extra to play with one day, and I was too lazy to take my other putter out, but I only used 1 putter the whole time. And I still have them in my bag. So, like, I mean,
it's the DJ does that.
I would never switch it up.
DJ carries like 3 putters in his bag to the course, and it depends on which one he's doing well with on the practice green, which one he takes into play.
Yeah, if you use 2 putters, like, you just have to take another club out of your bag. You just have to not use your something else. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's the dumb rule to me. The dumb rule is it's not a dumb rule is just the number of clubs. Like the rule should read, in my opinion, you can't use but 14 clubs. You know, and whether that
or how about this? Accidents happen, and if you don't use 15 clubs, then you don't get a penalty or 1 shot penalty. I mean, 2 shots per hole, that's crazy. That's just dumb. That's just
thank goodness it was a 7-iron and he was fixing to use it on a par 3. It could have been a hell of a lot worse if he'd have gone 5 or 6 holes without using that 7-iron.
Well, just imagine if you're like, here's the thing. What if you only hit 14 clubs and you get to hole 18 and you're winning this thing and you only hit 14 clubs and you're like, oh crap, I found this other fail. You got to take
36 holes, buddy.
36. You got to take a 36 stroke penalty and you never used 15 clubs. That's dumb. Right. You know what that is? It's lazy leadership, Ben. You know, it's not lazy. That's going to Swannies.co and using your coupon code because
I don't know, that is kind of lazy. That's just shopping online at home. That's not going to a store and physically buying.
It's a positive version of being lazy.
You know what? It's efficient. It's not lazy. It's efficient.
It's efficient. It's not lazy, and you get to save money. Use coupon code DadbodGolfPod -25. Take 25% off your order. Save big. Look good. Feel good. Polos, pullovers, hats, sweaters, everything to get you ready for a little bit cooler weather. And probably what I would argue is the best time to play golf. Maybe. Fall versus spring. I don't know. We'll have that debate one day.
Yeah, play tomorrow. 79 tomorrow. Play tomorrow.
I'm playing Friday. Our course is opening up for the first time in 6 months. It's going to be panties. I'm going to have Swannies from head to toe. I can't wait. And
it's going to be a 6-hour round. You guys are going to be packed out.
It's going to be awesome. I'm going to love every minute of it. It means so much friendship. Anyway, check them out. Swannies.co. It's where fashion starts. All right, last thing real quick. Which I think this is another win for the LIV Tour. They announced their format for essentially their tour championship, which is going to be at Trump Doral. $50 million purse, and it's a 100% team event. No solo, no single, no nothing. It's $50 million all team. The top 12 teams, which obviously the 4 aces are going to be the number 1 seed.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Because they win everything. The top 12 teams,
biggest dynasty in sports,
the greatest dynasty that's ever been known to man. They'll go to Trump Doral, and it's going to be the top 12 team. And here's the format. Okay, it's 3 rounds, and this is so awesome. So you got 12 teams. Think about this. All right, you got 12 4-man teams. The top 4 get a bye. Okay.
Yep.
So now you got 5 through 12. Okay. Then it's match play essentially. It's team versus team. So the 5 gets to pick whoever they want to play against. 6 gets to pick whoever they want to play against. 7 and then 8. They all get to pick, and then 8 just gets whoever's left. All right,
so 8's just gonna be stuck.
So this is how it works. You got those matches. Okay. So that's 4 people on each team. All 4 play. 2 of them are singles matches. All right. So for example, let's just say the 4 aces. You're going to have Dustin Johnson versus some one-on-one versus another team. You'll have Patrick Reed one-on-one versus another team. Then you have Taylor Gooch and Pat Perez playing the last 2-man team from the other team in an alternate shot format. So you got 3 matches going on, and they play until there's a winner. There's no ties. Okay.
Yep.
It doesn't end in a tie. They continue to play until someone wins that match.
There are no half points.
No half points. It's best 2 out of 3, which I think is so freaking cool. Winners advance to the semifinals. Okay. So then you go from that to 8 teams. All right. So then team 1 gets to pick who they play. 2 picks who they want to play. 3 and 4, they pick who they want to play. And it's the exact same format again. 2 singles, one-on-one, and then a 2-man team of alternate shot, which I think is so freaking cool.
Yep.
All right. They duke it out. Then it goes to the finals, which is 4 teams, shotgun start. All 4 scores count. So you know what? Everybody makes fun of Pat Perez. He's been having that one low round He's been having that one low round, which is they've actually, there's articles out there that show how much he's actually contributed to the team score.
Yeah.
The singular score sucks terribly, but he always has that one round that they need that becomes a scoring round. So you take all 4 dudes, and it's low 4 the whole way through, which is so much pressure. So awesome. And the lowest team total will be your LIV 2022 team champion. Tell me how it's not going to be the 4 aces.
It's got to be the 4 aces. I mean, it's going to be a shellacking. Number one, they get to play less golf. The 4 aces and the other top 3 top 4, because they only play 8. They're only going to play 36 holes because they don't have to play that day 1. Number 2, they get to pick basically who's playing the sorriest golf, because they're going to be the number 1 seed. So when it gets their turn to play on Saturday, if the 12 seed actually lucked out and beat somebody, then we're like, yep, we're taking the 12 seed. That's who we're taking on, bub. So they're just going to cakewalk through Saturday, and then just hope. I mean, the thing that I like about this, it's gonna reset, and then it's going to be, each day it's going to reset. And it's going to be like a whole nother mini tournament taking place. It's like basically 3 different tournaments taking place.
Yes.
There's going to be a Friday tournament, a Saturday tournament, and then a Sunday tournament. My only thing that I don't like, that I wish they would do, because we've said this before, I wish they would put 4 players on each hole instead of twosomes on each hole. I wish they would do that, but it's neither here nor there. And I'm talking about for the Sunday round, where they do the 16 players competing in twosomes on the shotgun start. I wish they would do 4 players per hole instead of just 2 players per hole.
Just balls everywhere.
This is exactly balls everywhere, especially with DJ out there. And so one thing that I don't know if people remember that have heard some of the other pods, this is essentially the format that the 3 of us kind of came to a consensus on. Maybe Liv was listening. Maybe Greg Norman was one of our subscribers.
I mean, it was very similar from a team aspect.
Very simple, because we talked about doing buys. That's what they're doing. We talked about give us match play in the first 2 rounds. However, ours was going to be over a 4-day period, not a 3-day period. I will say
for the Tour Championship.
But we were saying, hey, do match play the first 2 days and then do stroke play on Saturday and Sunday. Essentially, that's what they're doing here. They're doing match play as well as alternate shot, which is still match play. I guess with the matches, I guess they'll do concessions. I go ahead and put the rule in. I said, make them put everything out.
Just matter
to piss
what.
them off. Yeah, make them put everything.
No matter
out.
what.
Yeah, don't give them anything.
What. So listen,
because with all that money that's going around, I mean, Kyle, Pat Perez has made more now. I mean, he can be like, hey, give me the putt. I got $1,500 coming your way by the time we make the turn at 9.
Listen to these payouts. All right, so the winning team, $16 million. So $4 million a pop for the first place team. Runners up, $10 million. So 10 doesn't really get divided by 4, so I'm not even going to try to do that math. 8, and then third place is $8 million. So everybody gets $2 million a piece. It's crazy. Wow. Even the teams that are bounced on day 1 will still get $1 million. You get or $1 million, you get $250,000 for just being there. This is so dumb. Like, how do they have this? The money is just ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It's crazy. And that's the thing is, I hate to bring this back up because I'm going to tread all over him because I was bragging about him. But like Max Homa, when he made it a point to do that, that's the kind of feeling money can't buy. Bro, $50 million can make me pretty damn happy not to be playing in the President's Cup event and be able to, like, I'm sorry. Like,
I have to Google President's Cup results because I don't remember any of them.
Exactly.
So how about that? How's that?
Exactly. And everybody
money can't buy that.
And the winning team that comes out here, we're going to know that it's going to be the 4 aces. Money can't buy that. We're going to know that. We won't know the results from the President's Cup without having to take a look at it.
That's incredible. That's incredible. It's going to be fun. Man, they got to I wish this thing could get on TV. That would be fun to watch.
Somebody's got to, the Lifetime Channel, A&E, somebody has got to come up and give them a television contract.
What would be your strategy for the 3 minute? Would you put your big guys, would you put your hot dudes together on alternate shot, or would you take your best 2 golfers and just try to go win the singles, and then whatever happens in the alternate shot happens?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I probably would take that route. I'd probably put my
put your guns out there.
I'd do the whole, like we talked about, front loading even on like a President's Cup or a Ryder Cup. Like, go ahead and get those points out of the way on Sunday morning. Put your beefy guys out there at the beginning, demoralize the team because you've gone ahead and you got guys finishing up at 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and that kind of thing. I say do that.
So put DJ and probably Gooch out there and go try to win,
and then P Reed and
Pat Perez,
which actually may be a pretty good.
That actually could be a pretty good alternate shot. Yeah, they kind of complement each other pretty well. Good deal. Well, a lot of news. Thanks for listening. Happy Wednesday. And we'll be back on Friday like we always are. So be on the lookout, and we will talk to y'all on Friday. Hopefully there'll be some headlines. Talk about the Sanderson Farms Open Championship, Mississippi. I think Sam Burns won this last year, didn't he? I think he did.
I think he did. I think this was one of his hot start. He won't be, playing in this. I'm sure he won't be playing in it. Did Ricky qualify? Is he playing? Did I not see that he's playing? Or no, it's the PNC. He and Jordan are playing the PNC. That's in December. Okay. That was announced today.
Good. That'd be cool.
Some of them. We got some decent tournaments that are coming up. Since they're doing full coverage of Monday qualifiers, I don't expect the field to be just that stellar this weekend. So we shall see.
Wesley Bryan not playing. So anyway, we'll see you guys Friday. Thanks for listening. It's episode 232 of the Dadbod Golf Fund. And we're always stroking.
Always stroking.